Dear every teenager who works at a Dairy Queen with a drive-thru.
Very specific. Okay.
When I order multiple things, most of which come in cups, but one of which, or possibly more, is a cone of ice cream, the first thing you hand me out the window is not supposed to be the very melty and topsy-turvy cone with ice cream on it. Before I even hand you my credit card, if you're sticking an ice cream cone at me, you're wrong! Every ice cream place I've ever been to, which is mostly Dairy Queens, but there are other ones where you drive through, why the fuck do they give you the ice cream cone first? Do that last. I'm doing shit here.
Do you think, not that that's not dumb, but do you think that maybe that's like a policy because usually it'll go to the kid in the back seat and they're like, this will shut that child up, and maybe the company, being such a family-oriented company or something, is like, make sure the kids get the ice cream first. They always want it. They'll scream, they'll rant, they'll rave. We'll get complaints. They'll get complaints.
Their finances are built around shutting kids up.
I understand the mechanics of a drive-through can be complicated, and I acknowledge that it would be tough to do this, but I would posit that in every scenario, regardless of who gets what, the ice cream cone should both be the last thing that gets made because it's the simplest thing and also the meltiest thing, and it should be the last thing that you hand to the person. I'm so fucking, a lot of times I'll go like pick up ice cream and bring it home, right? If I'm the only one in the car, I'm not handing shit to nobody. And then you hand me an ice cream cone and then you're like, oh, here's your credit card. Oh, do you want your receipt? Oh, here's a whatever, and it's all balanced. Listen, it's a minor thing. It doesn't ruin my life. Does that not occur to anyone ever that maybe to save the ice cream cone for the last thing so that way it melts as late as possible? And also you're not trying to hand me 1,000 shits with one hand tied behind my back in a car where I'm dripping ice cream all over my goddamn car.
Doesn't it also feel like the thing that they're stuck holding instead of doing other things while they're helping you? Like they're stuck holding that, waiting for you too.
I should just not take it. Like they hold it out. I'll be like, I'll take that in a second. Give me the other stuff.
I suppose you could say that. What would they do? Would they throw it in your car?
Sir, this is getting melty. That's a problem.
They'd be very inconvenienced, I can tell you. They would probably not be very pleased about that situation. It's not ideal to have to do other things with your hand. Anyway, minor thing, doesn't ruin my life. But this happens a lot in drive-thrus. I get that whoever's working at a drive-thru window doesn't work there because they're passionate about being the best drive-thru worker that they can be. And I'm not offended by that. But when I worked at a restaurant, I did think pretty carefully about like, all right, what am I doing here? What am I handing them? What are they about to have to do? Should I hand them this now or should I hold on to that? I at least gave it a moment of like, what's a good order? I didn't just stick my hand out with whatever I happen to be holding and hand them shit in the most inconvenient order imaginable. But it's fine because, they make $8 an hour. Maybe. They probably make less. Like, they probably don't make enough to give a shit, and that's not their fault.
Hey, can you put my ice cream cone in a cup?